Day 379 of the worldwide Megacrisis Hungerstrike to save your life, but also to save our party lives for my birthday. Check it out. I found a cool way to start off the video so it doesn't look exactly the same as all the hundreds of other ones I did, right? Because I've been doing this for a long time. So, June 7th, 2 days. Sunday is when we're having a big bash. And you are invited. And guess what? My grandpa's coming! My dad is bringing my grandfather, and I love my grandfather. He's 90. So he's coming up hours, he's driving hours from out of the city to come. So my family is coming, or a few now. So it's ship-shaping a little bit. And my grandfather, I just want to say, the people who are around me and who have the courage to touch me in this really challenging period of my life, as I'm trying to save yours. What's going on here? Ouch. Ooh. I have a headache here because I'm so hungry. It's 44 days no food. My grandfather and my dad have always been in my corner, but especially my grandfather. Even when my family was on the fence about what is he doing with this activism, I kept telling them that the world's heading in a downward direction. Like, the real wage adjusted for inflation has stagnated for 40 years straight, meaning as things got better in the world, more technology, we got poorer. All of us, except for a very few. So I want this to be in the background. My whole setup is very awkward because I'm in the poverty trap fighting for you right now because the system's trying to pull me in to get me on this hamster wheel of destruction. Resist it. We're building Kingdom Come, the true governance model, the wise one. Even if you're atheist and you don't believe in God, that's okay. We have science now, like science as science. Anyway, birthday update. I love my grandfather. I really, really love him. So for him to come, he's in a nursing home. So I feel blessed that my dad, who I also love, my dad's going through a hard time. He's coming. He just had cataract surgery. He almost died a couple of years ago because of sepsis. He's been through a lot. And alcoholism, he overcame alcoholism. My dad is a hero. He's got a lot of things going on in his life, but a lot of people wouldn't have made it the same. Anyway, I feel blessed, and they're coming. Can you believe that? Awesome. So let's pull off a miracle. I want every person who comes to feel special like I do. I want somebody to make my grandfather. If you come, I want you to make my grandfather feel like the most important person in the world. Because he's made mistakes in his life. He was an alcoholic for 40 years. That's what made my dad an alcoholic. Those two men warned me about alcoholism my entire life. I've been protected by spiritual and pragmatic forces. All right, so I'm here today because I didn't experience the normal destruction of the poverty trap. I experienced the hardship. I experienced the grind of it. You can't take anything for granted in the poverty trap. You have to earn everything. And sometimes you can't even get out. We were gifted by God. We have God-given gifts that allowed us to escape. So if we worked hard enough, we could get out. But people who don't have those kinds of gifts can't get out of the poverty trap, no matter how hard they work. It's proven. So the whole way we structure incentives in this culture is toxic. It creates resentment because people know it's unfair. So we're going to solve that in a just and fair way. Not in a naive way. We're not creating naive utopia here. We now understand the fabric of reality with the negative moment built in so that we have discernment. And we're going to build a birthday off of this so it'll be fun and real and authentic and all these things. You can be yourself. There's a new kind of family, a new kind of substantial being together where you can make each other angry and be frustrated, but that you don't let go. You don't abandon, okay? And our culture is good at abandonment. This is, oh, okay, I think, is this better? This is my poverty trap setup. This little light here. So I'm wanting anybody who comes to yes, do what you can, bring whatever you can to make everybody feel like it's their birthday. Like it's It's wonderful. What is going on here? Why can't I get this in the frame? My arms are tired, that's why. If I turn it this way, I disappear. If I turn it this way, that disappears. Ugh, you'd think I'd figure this out after 600, but my setup is very awkward. I'm in my kitchen, and my bed's right beside it, because I don't want to travel to the washroom. I have a hallway, and when you're this tired, every calorie matters. And I'm making this video in the morning because by the time the nighttime comes, I'm fried. So when I sleep, it's hard to wake up, but once I get going, I'm passionate, right? My inner world, 10 out of 10 spiritual. I want you to feel loved. I want us to be in a better world. Everything externally looks great. Everything is like, we got cars, and we got like blenders, and we got, pipelines, and we got modern medicine, we got all this stuff, but we're lonely. The meaning of it is all disappearing. Okay? And as we get more threatened, because our power is growing, right? We're growing as individuals. We're going to start to clamp off, and it's going to create this illusion of separation that's stronger than the universal that bonds us. Causes fragmentation, okay? My birthday is going to solve that. And you don't have to use all these fancy words. But if you want to learn the power of God's word, I can teach you. But if you're atheist and you just want to come have some vegan food, you can come. It's free. The buffet is secured, and we'll have it there for the homeless. We have a woman bringing unity stew from this really amazing man who invented it with his granddaughter. He made a pinky promise to his granddaughter that he was going to save the world because climate data is so well known that we're heading towards destruction. We've killed 70% of species on the planet. We've killed them in 50 years. Not the last 500 years, not the last 2,000 years since Jesus Christ. We've killed them in like literally the last couple of decades. That's without the climate warming and all the debate. Oh, it's the volcanoes. Who cares about that? We've killed a lot of things. All the fresh water sources are poisoned. All of them. Even in the mountains where nobody lives. Because the rain clouds rain all our garbage onto them. The fish and the wildlife that you're eating, especially if you're indigenous, guess what? You're getting cancer. Because all the deer and all the fish are eating that stuff. And they bioaccumulate. Plants bioaccumulate a little bit too, but animals really bad in their livers, everything. You eat that, guess who else is getting that accumulated in their bodies? You are. So no, going to hunt your own game, also cancer. Going to the supermarket, definitely cancer. 95% of the meat you eat is from these factory farms, and it's horrible. You think vegans take B12 supplements? The cows you're eating do. They inject them. So anyway, we are in a bad situation, and we're going to have fun. I wasn't going to talk about any of this, but now that we're doing a pivot on my birthday, we're going to do it all. Be authentic, and it would have been authentic no matter what, but we have Unity Stew, basically, from Silas Rao, who made that pinky promise with his daughter. So help him keep his promise to his granddaughter. This man is a good man. He's from East India. He's like a modern Gandhi in a way. I'm trying to get him to come on the Hungerstrike with me, but he donated to my event. We had 10 people donate. So we raised 20. Actually, as of today, we've officially raised enough money to pay for all 108 meals to get all these acts of kindness done so I can eat with you. We need 3,600 of these acts of kindness, and it's based on this exponential curve to build the world we want, where every meal we have to get an exponential more number of people, so that it builds the movement, so we can get more and more people doing what? Acts of kindness. Don't you want to be in a society like that? And that you get paid fairly. Nobody's in the poverty trap. You actually get paid to your potential. And there's a new way to measure it. It's been a measurement problem for 100 years. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I would love you to come. And my chest is starting to burn. And despite my appearance, even if I look tired on the birthday, just believe, just know, in my inner world, I will love anybody who comes and feel blessed by you just for coming. Because I am in a weird position, right? I chose this because I knew we had to do something out of the box. It's intentional. No psychotic breaks, no mental illness. I've been examined lots of times by doctors, nothing. Some other doctor is giving me he's trying to give me something, but it's unspecified. He doesn't know what it is because he's searching. And there's nothing to find. I don't fit any diagnosis at all. All the senior doctors who watched me under a high observation in this mode concluded after 8 weeks checking on me twice a day, well, actually, to be honest, more like 10 times a day, every single day for 8 weeks, when they locked me in that hospital illegally for a hunger strike, which is charter protected. And at the end of it, the doctor looked at me and said, I can't give you any diagnosis. There's nothing wrong with you. You're like our best patient. I said, oh, thank you very much. Get me out of here. I want to go home for Christmas. And then I got COVID and I lost a lot of my smell. So anyway, if I'm tired, just know that it's only my physical. My inner world is blazing alive because I love you. I love humans. We're worth it. I proved it. I wrote the proof of truth. You're sacred. I proved that no matter how your parents damage you because they're damaged children and intergenerational trauma, or you're indigenous, you're black, you're white, you're Creole, I mean, you're any, whatever you are, it's external. I recognize the goodness in you because I recognize the goodness in me, in you, and your goodness in me. So, if you want to come to a birthday kind of like that, where people see the goodness in you, even though you might have done bad things, this is the one for you. Okay, and we'll teach this new culture. Not a cult. We actually teach anti-cult training if you really get into this, but just some acts of kindness and some vegan food. We're not gonna get hardcore into it. But if you want to give me the ultimate birthday present, though, one of the birthday presents is to address these PIS sentences, these PIS sentences, perpetually ignored sentences, where I want to get off the hunger strike. Like, I would really love to get off the hunger strike, but I'm doing it because if you're realistic about our options, no activism is going to be powerful enough except hunger strikes. And violent activism actually doesn't work in scenarios like this. So it's the best, most hardcore thing you can do that's peaceful and effective. I know I've tried all the other options, okay? It's naive to think that we have other options if you haven't tried them. And I did. So that's why I know they're not going to work this time. But if you can answer these two questions, number one, the first PIS sentence is, I will gladly get up the hunger strike forever on my birthday if you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the mega crisis of which I'm on the hunger strike to solve is not real and is not as bad as the experts that I researched say it is. And that's in global cultural decline, the Megacrisis, in AI taking over everything, including your job probably by next year, if it hasn't already, CRISPR genetic editing and biowarfare, World War III, climate change and natural disaster, and mental health. Okay? Just show me with very credible experts in multiple areas that those things are not existential threats to our species in the next couple of years, with 7 planetary boundaries being tipped over out of 9. And I will eat with you Last Supper style. Or maybe the First Supper style. Actually, yeah, it's like literally the First Supper. So I'm so hungry right now, but my external self is not more powerful than my internal self. I am way more motivated by inner loving connection than by just a little hunger impulse. Those impulses are nothing compared to the inner discipline I've cultivated to maintaining the seed of compassion and love so that I don't screw you over in a moment of desperation or self-centeredness. My perspective is universal. While individual, right? Wise, we preserve ourselves enough. And I'm being protected by somebody else owns this house and they're protecting me. So I'm being protected. So don't follow me in this path unless you've done your homework and you've done the discipline and people believe in you enough to know that you're not faking it and being lazy. People know when I'm sitting in this chair, in this sleeping bag, I'm at work to save your life. I'm not sitting here watching movies all day. I'm not sitting here lazing about. I'm doing the absolute best I possibly can because your birthday should be every day, because when you were born, you were sacred and you still are sacred. And in a real society, every day feels like a birthday. Wouldn't that be nice? Why did we make that difference? My mouth is getting dry. It's hard to kind of stay on track because there's always your stomach is like, there's always thoughts happening in your body when you're this hungry. because your liver is converting and your brain's in ketosis. There's a lot happening in my internal world right now. Your voice is a little weak. My arm is getting sore from holding it up to try and get that in that frame. Okay. What was I just saying? Forgive me if I'm... Just give me a second. 44 days is a long time, no food. And I got a lot of my brain. I'm coding right now. The app to save your life. Look, I got my cooking with them. I'll do some gourmet cooking. Oh yeah, piss senses. Number one, if you can do that, that would be the ultimate birthday present. Because if the Megacrisis doesn't exist, not only can I get off the Hungerstrike, but we don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to be worried about AI destroying everything in the literally the next couple of weeks, 2 months. Like, we literally have no time. Cloud Mythos is releasing a version of itself literally every month. It'll hack your bank account, take all your money. You think you're safe? Wait till your money's gone. You'll come to me and you'll be like, okay, what do I do? Yeah, I'll be ready to help you. Trust me. That's why we need to start sharing too and getting with our neighbors, because if the stores collapse and all these weird things that rely on digital systems collapse, we have to actually share what's in our gardens, in our fridges, in a coherent, loving way. All right? No desperation because you come to meetings and birthdays like mine and you remember that you can trust people again because we have inner discipline. We're willing to die for something rather than fight to the death for our little world, whatever it is we're fighting, like tiny little things. Even if you have children, we're going to protect them in communities. Your children aren't safe with just you. Somebody will break into your house, get into your basement, wherever you're locking yourself into. You're not safe at all by yourself. You have to get into community, especially if you have children. Okay? Don't be a fool. Don't be foolish for them. Be wise for them. So that's number one. Piss number one. Piss sentence number one. Number two is, if you agree with me now that we can't disprove the Megacrisis, it's obvious, which is a huge leap from last year and the year before when people were making fun of me and they were trying to debate piss sentence number one in roundabout ways. But especially last year when I made them up for the first time. Nobody's doing that anymore. So it's actually getting easier to speak with rational people, to get our butts in gear, the loving people. Okay, I just have a gift from God that allows me to see clearly. So I saw this like 5 years ago. Okay. And that gift comes because I just love. It comes from love. Love is clear when you do it the right way. Okay. Ouch. So what is piss number two? Okay, if you can't disprove the Megacrisis, then I will still get up the Hungerstrike if you have a wiser, realistic strategy to address the Megacrisis in time with the deadlines left, even if it doesn't require hunger strikes or hunger strikes to the death. Potential death. I don't want to die at all. It's a potential. As you can tell, last time I ate, I think I ate for like a month or three, or like a couple of weeks, right? Because I said I would have one big meal as if I was healthy, and then I'd get back on a hunger strike. But what I forgot to factor in was that there's refeeding syndrome. And when you go a week without eating, you only need 3-4 a week or something to recover from refeeding syndrome, and then you can have a big meal again, right? But when you go 40 days, you need like weeks just to eat normally, like any normal food that's not broth and whatever. So to eat like a 2,000 calorie meal takes a long time. So that's kind of like what happened. That's why I'm allowed to eat longer than just, the couple of days I initially had planned. It's because I wasn't planning on going quite this long. I was planning to go to the potential death, but I thought, well, to be honest, I think we're on track. Yeah, let me listen. I did know it was going to get hard. I knew it was going to get scary before we ignited spirits. So here we are, and it's my birthday. Okay, so that's piss sentence number two. But my strategy skills are quite high. I'm not a fool. I've been doing this for 75,000 hours. So every single thing you're seeing me doing right now is planned with contingency plans and an experience, not just theoretically, but on the ground, boots on the ground, actually organizing big groups of people, volunteers for thousands of hours. I've had thousands of meetings and coordination meetings and volunteer meetings and project group meetings and toy runs and soup kitchens and United Nations and a lot of things. So if your plan is naive, I'll just call it out right away. I won't even go through your whole plan. I'll just say if the first thing's naive, your plan's done. Okay? But I think at the birthday, we could have like a little fun. We could submit proposals and then at the night go through them and just say which ones survived to the next round, right? And then we'll hand back the proposals to everybody else and say, this is what we think. And then we can start building a strategy together, which is what a government is supposed to do. It's supposed to listen to you, and you're supposed to affect it and influence it and be heard. Is that happening right now? No, we have an external form of government which doesn't listen to you. Oh man, I need to drink something. You can tell I'm getting passionate. That's where my energy's coming from. But I'm in pain. I got a headache. It's the power of real spirit that allows you to do superhuman kind of things like this. To go 44 days no food and still talk passionately. Oh, I gotta move my arm. Okay, you know what? I'm still trying to be a good video person. I'm trying to make my videos. I'm on TikTok right now. So come to my birthday, submit your proposal, and maybe we'll accept it. Oh, that worked out, hey? Can you hear my computer fan? So thanks to my TikTok followers too. For some reason, I think we just breached 600 followers on TikTok, and I'm being shadow banned hardcore. I'm being blocked in every way. I went viral 4 times. People love this Hungerstrike, and they love watching somebody eat mukbang and absolutely be in heaven when they're eating like a teaspoon of watery, watery soup. It's heaven. You literally have your first taste of soup, and normally you're like, oh, this is kind of bland and watery. On a Hungerstrike, it's the best thing you've ever tasted. So it makes you appreciate life. If you don't appreciate life and you're depressed, go on a fast. Go to a sweat lodge. That's why ancient wisdom traditions work. But if we come out of the birthday on Sunday night with a real plan, with a group of people, a wisdom council who really are serious about making change, we would actually go from the birthday to actually working, and that would be the best birthday gift of all, because we're going to save lives. Okay. All of this is just happening on the fly. I didn't plan any of this. I'm just going by day after day, what God brings, what the universe brings, what science says is wise, and following our hearts, but also following our wisdom, our minds. But our minds have to be aligned with our souls, or that deeper inner logic, that universal logic. If you're atheist, I like to use analytical and scientific terms along with the spiritual terms, because we've solved the contradiction between them. You can come as you are, and we accept you because you're a moment of the whole. You make sense. You've been harmonized in the whole, like a symphony. You can be an artist, religious, philosophical, scientific, and atheist. And if you want to attain genuine wisdom, the structure of pure wisdom, then maybe I'll take a little bit during the afternoon at the restaurant. I'm there from 11 o'clock to 8:30. And maybe I'll teach some people if you want to know. What is the power of the word? Like, what does religion mean by that? Word made flesh, all this weird stuff. It's actually not that weird. It's incredible, actually. And it makes sense. But you have to get beyond the rind, the surface appearance of things, and get down to this amazing... When you're fully in love with somebody or something, and you enter flow state, you get a glimpse of the real world. And I'm there all the time now, because my mind has been purified to align with it. And you can do it too. When you have a good teacher, when somebody else is clear, they don't just make a bunch of followers. They help grow more leaders. And that's what we're going to do. Hopefully, maybe during the afternoon on my birthday. So thank you for everybody on TikTok and even YouTube. We got like 100 viewers and stuff like that. So maybe I'm breaking through the shadow ban. Maybe the birthday will be part of that. But I just want to say thank you to the people who donated the funds. I think we had like 7-8 people donate the funds. Our street team that's going to reach out to Tammy, who's cooking this huge pot of Unity stew outside of the store in Hope Mission to feed the homeless who are too dirty to come in. The restaurant owners they love the homeless, but they don't want to scare the companies or contaminate the food. So if the homeless aren't clean, we can't make other people sick. There's children there. So they're allowing us to put food in the boxes and bring it out to them, like I said yesterday. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. Even the chefs at Hope Kitchen and my friends who are Christians who are calling the Christian coordinators at the homeless shelters and asking them to help. And there's quite a bit happening. Like within 1 week, miracles can happen in a week if you have pureness. And I just really love to eat too. So please help. And we have somebody bringing Starlinks so we can have the online. We might even get a flat TV screen so we can see people and talk back and forth, and maybe have a big dialogue on how we would change the world, right? At the end, when the hardcores are there. And yeah, the buffet, you just keep coming and eating, and we'll pay for it. And Pamanati's good about it. Okay, 25 minutes in, that's the update. Isn't that exciting? Let's see what happens in like if this keeps up over 2 days, it'll be a miracle. It'll be beautiful. We'll pack that place. And there's also a south location which we can fill as well. And there's one more thing I want to say to you, but give me a second. Let my brain work for a second, okay? It's like our attention spans are so short. I'm like terrified to like stop talking. Take a breath with me. Oh man, I'm tired now. Okay. I did want to say one more thank you because a lot is happening. I'm trying to track what it is. I actually have 2,000 people to message who are interested in what I'm doing. I just haven't had time to bring them. So we might have a pretty big presence online. And if we reach 108 people and we do these like checklists, I will eat. That's what I'm telling you now. If you want to see me eat, we have to do something meaningful for that. That's why I'm on the Hungerstrike, is to solve the mega crisis. It can't just be empty. There's lots of people suffering. So I want to be in solidarity with them, and that urgency. If you're hungry, there's no, those committees like, okay, we'll do it next week. We got like a month of our budget planning committee. No, that's the dead spirit. Okay, planning is important, but when you like lay it back, it's like it's got to be push. It's like, imagine you were like that. So that's why I encourage you, go on a fast, get hungry. Get your spirit hungry for justice. Get hungry again, okay? And you will. Your body's incredible. If you're lethargic, it's probably because you got a bunch of sugar in your body, okay? And you're probably in some kind of half insulin-induced coma. Your body can run 400-mile marathons a week. It can go 44 days without food. It's incredible if you treat it right and you're disciplined. Get back in control of your nervous system. We have $500 billion trying to control your nervous system and trick you that you can't control yourself, because then they can control you for profit maximization, which is going nowhere. All right, so help me, help you, and let's do this together, okay? I would love to see you there. I'll have another update tomorrow, and hopefully with some more miraculous news. So help me bring some miraculous news to make these videos more entertaining, okay? All right, I want you guys to stay blessed, right? I want you to remember you're sacred, and I want you to rise to the best that you can, even if other people are tearing you down. And I want you to hold space for them, okay? And most of all, I want you to keep sublating, and I'll teach you what that means if you're interested. Okay, stay blessed. See ya.